Hello everyone and welcome to your Body Insight reading for the week of June 27th through July 3rd. May the body cards offer you messages, clear messages, and inspiration for your self-care, people care, and earth care. Let's see what the cards want us to know this week. Oh, rumble and tumble goes the rock right next to earth. Kind of rumbling and tumbling along. Let's pick out a card for earth here. This one. Wonderful. Making room. Okay, our card for self-care is... Everything's moving around so much. Thyroid transformation. Ooh, this was our card last week for Earth. Transformation in self-care. Cerebellum, grace for people care. Ooh, don't we need a lot of grace where people care is concerned? And for earth care, quadriceps, stamina, time to keep going, people. On a quick glance, our reading for this week advises us to seek transformation through our self-care. Really consider who it is that you want to be and how you can transform yourself to get there. For people care, we have the cerebellum and the card for grace. And when we are seeking grace in our relationships, we need to also consider forgiveness. You know, the cerebellum is the part of the brain that helps us balance in our movements. We should seek to find balance in our relationships as well. Perhaps you can offer a little grace and forgiveness towards those that you are in relationship with, remembering that we are all human and sometimes we're clumsy, we make mistakes, we bumble around, but we also learn through our bumblings how to have more grace in our own expressions, but also in our expression to other people. Oh, and just a thought here, having grace in your relationship with other people means that you need to practice listening, active listening. Now let's do a quick take on the card for earth care, which is quadriceps and stamina. You know, the earth has a lot of stamina. The earth is patient and willing to wait for those slow changes to occur that set it upon the right course, that bring balance back into the living systems of the planet. For your relationship with Earth, don't stop now. Keep going. It's time to muscle up, gather your patience and your focus, and continue your efforts to heal the earth, to heal your relationship with the earth. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these cards. So let us take a look at the thyroid gland card here for transformation. On this beautiful card, we have the images of a butterfly flying away. We also have this triangle, which is pointing up towards the heavens, and the idea of this is a upward progression or a forward movement in your transformation. Now, your thyroid gland is the master gland of your endocrine system. It makes all the other little chemicals that your body needs or your other glands needs. It sends out the signals towards your other glands on how to operate and how to bring your body into balance. It doesn't just bring your body into balance, but it also regulates all of the different systems in the body so that your body can find its own balance within each of those systems. So when considering your own transformation, things can be a little difficult in terms of how you think about it. Of course, you are setting a goal and moving towards a goal, but you also have to realize that you are in a constant state of change, and the world is around you is in a constant state of change. So even once you achieve your goal, some change is going to take effect. And you're set in motion to transform once again. The thing to keep in mind is that change is the one constant thing in the universe. We are always going to be in a process of transformation or change. But you can choose to be a part of this transformation, to use your abilities to cultivate the direction that you move in while you're going through these transformations, to direct yourself towards a particular desired transformation, or you can just let it go to the universe and be like a leaf that is just floating on top of the currents of life, going wherever you end up going. Both of those are very sound choices and can lead to wonderful things occurring in your life. Just be sure that you know which way you're going. And if you choose to float along and accept whatever comes into your life through this voyage of universe direction, you also have the opportunity at any time to choose differently, to move yourself off of that current in the stream and start your own current, start your own direction. No matter what you do, people, you are going to be changing. The question is how are you going to participate in those changes? My suggestion is to choose changes, choose your transformation to be who you actually feel you are. Transform into a better expression of yourself. Now let's take a look at this card for people care and grace. Your cerebellum is the part of the brain that helps you to find balance in your movements. We can use this example of finding balance and grace within our movements to find balance and grace with our relationships with other people. Maybe you need to look back at your interactions with people over the recent past. Perhaps you can be more forgiving of the mistakes of others, or perhaps the concepts that they hold to be true, their beliefs. Maybe that is something that you need to consider. We have this time in our society now where we're constantly being told how divided we are. And I'm looking at this image here of the two sides, and here we have one side that shows us nature and the other side shows these mathematical kind of equations here. And it's balancing a nature and an intellect. The funny thing is, though, is that the mathematics really is just a tool for describing the nature. And the fact that they are separate is a misconception. They're really one of a whole. When looking at the beliefs of another person, perhaps you can take this viewpoint that their beliefs are not totally separate from your own, but maybe just part of the whole. Perhaps you can find some beauty in their perception of the situation. Perhaps you can recognize some commonality. I'll be looking for this idea in my relationships with people this coming week. But also I keep getting this idea of listening, of what it really means to listen to another person. Because when we are in relationship, we don't just, talk to our people. We also receive their expression. And I'm being challenged to really look at how I receive the expressions of other people and how I can receive their expression in a way that will help to motivate them and help them to feel better about who they are, what they're doing, and definitely help them feel really enriched by their relationship that they have with me. For Earth Care, we have the Quadriceps card, Stamina. This rock's name is Bryce, given to me by Bonnie. I love it. I think it's a great representation of Earth. I love this line that goes through the rock. Okay, so Earth Care and Stamina. Did you know that your quadricep muscles are endurance muscles? They allow you to walk or help you to walk for a very long time. And the thing that is so wonderful about, maybe not wonderful, one of the reasons why the human species has been able to exist on Earth through all of this time is our stamina and endurance, our ability to travel a long distance over a long period of time. If you look at most animals, they can be very strong, they can be very fast, but not consistently over a long period of time. Humans can travel, they can walk for hours upon hours. This is one of our special qualities in relation to your ability to give Earth Care, this card is calling upon you to use your endurance and stamina to not give up on the idea that nature has value, that nature is important. We often think of nature as all of the things that are outside of us and outside of technology. But the truth is that we have an inner nature, and our inner nature reflects our outer nature. If you find that you are having issues with illness or stamina or energy, you can expect that the world outside of you, or Earth, is having the same issues and problems. Just as you need to take time to care for yourself, to heal yourself, you need to offer that time, energy, and patience towards the Earth so Earth can heal. So I really love on this card the third eye mandala here on the elephant's face, because I do believe that our third eye of intuition is connected with the third eye of intuition of every other creature and being. I'm hoping that all of us can join together and work together in our efforts towards Earth Care and save the planet. You know, we need to do more than just talk about it or more than just protest. We need some transformative ways, some different ways of finding grace within our speaking to each other so that we can come together. This is like the human species. So the human species can come together and act as one in creating the stamina and the patience and the strength that's going to be needed if we are going to save the planet and save ourselves. It's kind of a big message, isn't it? And whatever it takes for you to do these things, it's inside of you. You have all the energy and transformable abilities that you need. You have the balance and the grace that you can put towards your relationships with people. And you have the endurance and the stamina to join in and work with other people, other life forms, to help and heal and promote life, promote love, promote beauty out in the world. Ooh. So, these are insights for you. I hope you find them helpful. I know that I tend to reflect back on this reading throughout the week to remind me of how I should focus on my self-care and how I should be working on my relationships with other people for people care, and how to keep motivating me to have endurance and stamina in this long, long fight, this long, long quest. Actually, it's the quest of each of our lifetimes. to move into a position where we are living in reciprocation, in reciprocity with all other living things. I love it. Thank you. If you are listening, thank you for listening and joining me. I do accept any kinds of comments or suggestions on what would make this better for you. Because right now I'm doing it basically for myself, which is great. You know, what a practice.